Hello, good morning, sir. I, dis- I will discuss art appreciation. First, Upper Paleolithic Age of Man, also called the Late Very Age, is a third and last subdivision of the Paleolithic or Old Stone Age. Very broadly, it dates to between 50,000 and 12,000 years ago, according to some theories coinciding with the opportunity, behavioral modernity, modernity in early modern humans until the advent. Kani siya kay Paleolithic Age of Man, 50 years until sa 12 years kadugayon. Second, Neolithic era period is the final division of the Stone Age with a wide saying set of development that appear to have arisen independently in several parts of the world. It first seen about 12 years ago when the Epipaleolithic Near East and later in other parts of the world in other places. The Neolithic followed the Mesolithic and last period. Third, Bronze Age. The overall period is characterized by the wide bright red use of bronze throughout the time of the introduction and development of bronze technology wave not universal synchronous human made line bronze technology requires set production techniques then must be mined and milled separately the added to hot copper to make bronze only. Kaning bronze only kay gihimo ra na siya alloy. Fourth, age of idealism. Form of philosophy point of view. Idealism help to realizing the ideas, emotion and morals are more significant than materials. Object and also highest that object woman development should be according to moral, ethical and spiritual value as the help of person in gaining of a variety of knowledge of unity. 5. Middle Age. They start around the years of 476 CB when the Western Roman Empire ended and continued until around the time Christopher Columbus arrived in the New World in 1492. This period of time is called the Middle Age because it takes place between the fall of Empire Rome and the beginning of early modern of Middle Age is sugod ni siya og 476 CB. 6. Renaissance. The period cultivated a new change in art, knowledge, and culture. It changed the way the citizen through philosophy, literature, and literature and as the new discovery in the world. Barroque era. The term of Barroque era is derived from the Portuguese barraco, meaning regular pair of stone, refers to a culture and art movement that characterized in Europe from the early 17th to 18th century. Barangos emphasizes dramatic, exaggerated motion and clear, easily interrupted details. Baroque era. Nagsugod ni siya in 17 dito ni sa Europe, nagsugod in human sa 18th century. Romantic age. Proper was processed by a several related development from mind 18th century on that can be termed free romancians. Among such trends was new appropriation of the medieval romance from the romantic moment derived in its name. It involved breaking with the past of curiously moving. Romantic kining mga drawing nga kuan ba? Nindot ayo makadani. Native American art. Many American art objects are basically intended to perform a service, for example, to art as a container to or provide a means of worship. The pictorial literal from the Native American art take after reflect the social organization of the culture. Muna ang Native American arts. African art describe the modern art, herestical painting, sculptures, installation, and their visual culture from native or indigenous Africans, and the African contains such as African on art in South America, society inspired by muna ang mga drawing sa African art, mga Buddha. Next, Japanese art painting is the preferred artistic expression in Japan, practiced by amateur and professional alike until modern time. The Japanese work with a brush rather than a pen, and their familiarity with brush techniques has made them particularly sensitive to the value and paintings. Kuya kay mga kuha ng Japanese art. Next, European art evolution. European art history began with early mobile anthropomorphic carving in the Paleolithic era, as well as cave painting reflecting the nature world. Europe looked distinct Torah from other regions. With the rise of the Greek Empire and Greek classical art and architecture influence in the European art of country. Realism, different art movement. The main idea of realism in art is to accurately and honestly present the word truth, painting, or other materials. Realism art after deals with subjects such as poor and working class life in order to show the truth of the depiction of reality. Realism as style. is a trait, accurate, detailed, unembellished depiction of nature of contemporary life, reject the imaginative realism in or a close observation of outward opportunities as such. Contemporary art, a contemporary age. This framework is the historic age that he live in today. In general, its beginning is to located the end of 18th century or the beginning of 19th century according to the demographic. The first age. Manisha. First question. Does the cave painting in ASEAN help and contribute the modern time? Paintings that have been discovered offer variable evidence or oral history. Cave painting was the people of the past version of the documentation. Art cave art significant because it was people in time did wander to reduce history and culture. Question. If you see an artwork that portray an image or elements which are against your belief and orientation, how should you respond it? For me, kung unsa ang naa sa uban, dili man nato makuha kay ilahaman ng gi ilahaman ng mga kuan, mga buhat